Hello everybody, my name is Chris Gorgeous, and for a while now I've been wanting to put together a video series that focuses on high frequency words. And when we're first starting to learn a new language, it's really important to be learning the words or signs that you'll be using on an everyday basis. And this is the way we acquire languages as children. That's the way languages are taught in schools. And so it's really good to approach language learning in that respect, to be learning the words or the signs that you'll be using on an everyday basis. So that's what this video series is going to be for. And I do want to go ahead and lead with a disclaimer that these are signs that are used in the educational system here in California. And a lot of the signs that I'm going to be showing you today are actually taken from the Fairview program from Adapted Dolch Words. And so these are signs that are taught first to really help with that language acquisition. And so today we're going to be going over 10 words, but we're actually going to be going over 24 signs. And the reason for that is because many words in English have multiple meanings. And the same is true in sign language. So for example, the word blue can mean both the color blue and the emotion I'm feeling blue. So I'll be sure to go over various semantic meanings of the English words and also show you the corresponding signs. So the first word that we're going to be tackling today is the word away. And this is actually one of the simpler signs. It doesn't have multiple meanings and it doesn't have multiple signs. It's just you're almost shooing away that person away. And also keep in mind too that you may find variations of the signs I'm about to show you. And my recommendation to you is to go ahead and learn from everybody. And you will see regional signs and you will see variations of signs. And it's important to be familiar with those types of variations and those regional signs. And if you see a sign in your local community, I would encourage you to go ahead and make yourself comfortable using that sign that is used in your local community. With that said, the next word we're going to be talking about is big. So this is a good example of a word that has two meanings, and it has two signs, actually three, that is commonly used. So the first two are talking about size. So big as in width, this is going to be your standard sign for big. It uses this hand shape and it goes out towards the side. Like that is really big, as in it's wide or large. The other sign for big would be if you're trying to explain or trying to describe somebody that is big, somebody that is tall. So that sign is going to be like this, big. So general big, tall big. And then the third one is just, it's called loan sign, and it's basically finger spelling. And sometimes when you do a loan sign, you omit some letters within the word. So for big, sometimes people will do BIG real fast or BG. But typically you'll see big or big. So the next word that we're going to be discussing is blue. And this is a tricky one because not only does it have multiple meanings, but it also has multiple signs for the same meaning. I'll show you. So the most common way that we'll be using the word blue is describing the color blue. And so for that, you just take the B hand shape and you shake it like this, blue. Now the other meaning of that is I'm feeling blue, as in I'm feeling sad or depressed. And this has three different ways of signing the same meaning. So there's blue as in I'm sad, there's blue as in I'm depressed, and there's blue as in I'm depressed. So you'll see sad, sad, or sad. And again, that would be the meaning of sad for the word blue. Hopefully that's not too confusing, but in practice and in use and with the more you use it and the more you see it, the more natural it will become. The next word is going to be can. So this is going to have three different signs and three different meanings. So the first can is going to be the verb can, like I can do something. So this, you just flick down with your wrists, or sometimes you'll see it done like this as well with the arm straightened. Can or can. The other two is like a soda can. So you'll almost you'll have a C hand shape and you're almost like outlining what the physical can would look like in your hand. Can. And the third one is like a large garbage can. So same thing, you have the C hand shapes and you go up like this for can. So you have can or can, and then you have can or can. The next word that we're going to be focusing on is come. So this is one that has 3 signs for the same word and the same meaning. So the first one is come, and this is using the one classifier hand shape. And so this one hand shape represents a person. So you can think of that as this person is coming to me. The other one is the gesture come, almost like you're inviting them to come with you. And then the third one is one that isn't really signed very commonly, but it is one that is taught. So it's come. And it looks like the sign, but it's rolling towards you. So you have come, and come. The next word is going to be down. And this is actually very similar to the word blue. It has 2 meanings, but 4 signs. And the first one is the word down, as in the directional down. So you just point down. It's really simple. So you just point down. The other one is the feeling down. I'm feeling depressed. I'm feeling sad. And those are going to be the same signs that I showed you for blue. Sad or depressed or depressed. So you'll see sad, sad, or sad. Fortunately, the next 2 words I'm going to show you are just one sign, one meaning. And so the next word is find. So you make the C hand shape with one hand, and then with your dominant hand, you'll make the F hand shape as you come up. So you find. And sometimes you'll see this without the C hand shape on the other hand too. Sometimes you'll just see it as find. So again, it's good to know multiple ways, multiple variations, because you will come across them. The next word is for. So this is really simple. You just take your pointer finger and it starts from the corner of your forehead and it goes out. For. Not the number 4, but as in I'm going to go for a walk. For. The next one is one word, one meaning, 2 signs. So the first one is funny. You take, it's like an H but with your thumb out, funny. Also, sometimes you'll see it done to the side, but it's supposed to be funny. And then the other one is funny. This is more like it's hilarious. Ha. And just a couple other like little bonus signs too is for like ha, you'll see ha, like H-A, like this. Ha, like you're rolling around on the ground laughing. And then like this is a hilarious, hysterical laugh. But for funny and funny, those are the most common ways to sign that. The next one is a little tricky. So it's the word go, but it's signed 5 different ways. So the first way is with your pointer finger. So I'm going to go over there, and it'll be directional. So if I'm going to go there or I'm going to go over there. The other kind of go is I'm going to go out. So this is actually the same sign used for the word out. And so depending on the way you're using it and the meaning, you'll sign go or out. The third sign for that is actually the same as away. Go. The fourth one is the same as come, but in the other direction. So remember the third sign for come was like this? Well, the fourth way of signing go is like this. It goes away from you. And then the last one is a lone sign, which means that you fingerspell it, G-O. So real quick recap, go, or go. Okay, so the last word is help, and this is probably going to be a sign that you'll be using a lot when you're first learning the language. So this is a directional sign. I have shown this in a previous video just because it's a really common sign and it's really good to know. So the sign or the generic sign is for help, and it could be lifted, it could be put in someone's direction. So let's say you wanted to say, I'm going to help you. All you do is do this. You take your help and you offer it to that person. If it's going the other way around and say, hey, can you help me? That comes to me, right? That help me. And also it could be, I'm going to help all of you. And that becomes a sweeping motion. Or if I'm in desperate need of help, and it could be like an exclamation, you can really do it loud and aggressively and go, help. So there's lots of different ways to use and utilize that sign, and the way you sign it can change what it means. But again, like the neutral way of signing help is just to lift it up, help. So that's it. Feel free to go ahead and rewatch this video again. And do keep in mind that you sometimes will see multiple variations of these signs in your local area. So be sure to go ahead and familiarize yourself with what is signed in your area, in your local community. And I really hope that this video is helpful. And in the next one, I will go through another 10 words. And depending on how many meanings and how many signs, that will dictate how many signs you'll be learning. So today you learned 10 words, but 24 different signs. So you're well on your way to go ahead and start using these signs in everyday conversations. If you have any other questions or anything like that, feel free to reach out to me personally and I can help you out. And as always, until next time, I'll see you later. Bye.